Okay, I don't know whether I'm live yet. Okay, it seems I'm alive. So I want to quickly check things, okay? And let me get the... Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Okay, seems that everything is in order. And yeah. So, by the way, I'm trying a new format. Is that while I'm making the bootcamp and making all this video, to be honest, I want to go live. Okay, I want to give you folks a like like behind the scene of how the bootcamp is made and just hangouts. Okay, I think like building a community is very important, especially in the age of AI, because it is the it is the person, it's you and me that make the whole meaning while building that. So yeah. So what I'm going to do here is a format. Okay, here's a format. So I'm going to stream non-stop all the time while I'm preparing. So so there will be a streaming, but also there will be like the the pausing, because I have to like click the button. I'm like using the OBS right now, so I can like right now it's like all the way streaming. But I also want not only stream but also like record things, so I can actually make things and make progress. Okay, so I'm going to quickly test. Hopefully, it can work. It's just some experiment format, because I want first I want to chat with the folks during some preparation. I want to chat. I want answer questions, and let's explore and learn things together. And you can share some of your your understanding and your tips and tricks of doing things. I can share mine. We can have a little bit of chat and build a community together. And but also after we have after we having all this discussion, and then I'm going to start click this recording button, okay, and then we'll start making the bootcamp for you folks. So there will be like a period of chatting, a period of recording, like hangout as well as work together. Okay, so I'm going to test this format because I just want to experiment with this. So I'm going to click start recording and see whether it can work. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I'm recording, and blah 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 blah. And then, for example, I stop recording. Okay, I click stop recording, and I should be saved on my computer. And I'm going to check it out by go to the folder here, and hopefully everything got recorded. So let's try that out. Okay, I can actually see the things here. Yeah, let's check it out. Hello, hello, hello. I'm recording and blah 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 blah. And then, for example, I stop recording. Okay, I click stop recording. Yeah, and stop recording. That's brilliant. Okay, everything works as expected. That's brilliant. So hopefully I can like make most of my time, as well as I have with folks, because like I recently like managed multiple YouTube channels, and I have to like record a lot of the bootcamp for you folks. So yeah, a lot of pressure, and I want to assure you folks that I'm actively doing everything I can. Yeah, so that's I come up with this kind of ad hoc solution. Okay, so I want to check whether you folks join the stream or not. Hopefully, nobody. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm going to start recording, and Luckily, at the bootcamp, we are still at a very early stage. So, yeah, sorry about the sorry about the cough. Yeah, I recently got a little bit sick, but luckily I'm nearly recovered, fully recovered. So yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go back. And yeah, by the way, yeah, let's go back. So we are right now at the stage of you know, the it's an introduction of data type. Okay, so I want to, you know, first introduce you folks the constant, the concept of constants, and then all the data type, and then like different data type, like integer, decimal, and string, and all that. Okay, so it'll be fun. And since right now I believe like nobody is here, okay, so what I'm going to do is to continue to record. And by the way, if I'm like start recording the bootcamp, I can't see the live chat because I need to be focused. And then after I record a certain section, it should be like section. So after I record a certain section, I will click stop recording, and it will like be the chatting time, and you folks can actually like ask questions and let's hang out and then all that. Okay, so let's get started. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I got like a multiple screen. Looking at all the screen, giving me like yeah, going crazy. All right, let's get started. So we're entering a new section, and we are going to learn about the data type. So basically, everything inside of the Swift language word, every data has some sort of a type. It's like a classification. Okay, so for example, here is a very typical var, means this variable is like a box I mentioned before, and the box got like a sticker, greeting, stick to it, and the box got hello playground. It's like a string. This is a type of data. Okay, and the string got stored inside. Yeah, as simple as that. So before we actually dive like deeper into the data type, I want to talk about this. Okay, var is the variable, but what about you want something that, say, not be able to change? You can also got a box, and you sort of can put things inside the box and close that box, and nobody's going to open it and change what is inside. So that's called let. So for example, you can like var greetings and all that. Let me first finish with the let, and then we can dive into the demonstration of data type, because while introducing data type involve something that I don't want to change, say like a pi. Okay, it's a fixed thing. We don't want thing like a user to like actually can replace things and change things. Okay, so if you want something that won't be able to change once you declare it, there's a keyword here called let. So that means you could declare it, and you assign the value, not going to change. So let, I don't know, pi, okay, and then will be a certain number. And by the way, you can just say a pi equal to a certain thing. Okay, so for example, we can say 3, something like that. It's not precise, by the way. It's not precise, but you won't be able to change. Okay, let me show you. For example, you got var greeting. You can actually print the greeting. Okay, you can print the greeting. Let me just copy it out. Just a single, whatever I want to demonstrate. Okay, So then I want to run this. Let me give you some space here. Okay, so hopefully you folks can see hello playground and hello playground, and then change a line. Okay, so hello playground, everything got printed out. So far, so good. But what if I want to change the greeting? I want to say, I don't know, maybe I want to put, I am William, something like that. Okay, aka Lipa. AKA Lipa, AKA. Okay, a lot of AKA here. Lipai. Okay, whatever. This is a typical string. We did not cover the data type yet, but you should know. It's just a basic string of text. And I can say the greetings equal to this. That means another assign this new string to the greeting. And then what I'm going to do is to print this again. Print greetings. And then what I'm going to do is to run this. And hello playground. First time. And then I'm William, aka Lipa or Lipai. Okay? So that means the greeting got changed. The first time is hello playground. Gotta print it out. Second time, reassign a new string. I'm William, aka Lipa or Lipai. Input that into greeting and print it out. So it can change. But if we're using, say, let me just print a separation here. And then what I'm going to do is to uncomment this pi. I intentionally using 3, okay? Obviously, it should be like 3.14159. Something like that. Okay. I'm not like genius. I don't remember. Okay, to be honest, I don't remember. And say let pi equals to 3. You can of course print out the pi. Okay, you run this, it actually get the pi at 3. Okay, and what if you want to reassign a new value? Say you want pi equals to 3.14. Okay. You want to make it precise. You run this, and you got error. Cannot assign to value, or pi is a let constant. Okay? So var for variable, you can reassign, you can change, but let will make this box a constant. Everything you put inside will be locked. You can't change. Okay? And by the way, I can't assign value of type double to type in. It's about type, which also leads us to the data type problem. Okay, so a pretty good demonstration of let constant as well as var variable that can be changed. So once we got these concepts under our belts, we can continue to move forward to learn more about data type. Let's continue. Yeah, I recall that. Yeah. So, sorry, I just recall this. I want to do a certain experiment, and it turns out it's okay. Turns out it's okay. That's brilliant. We can actually do that, and oh, there's nobody in the stream, which is a bonus because nobody's watching. That's good. Take the pressure off me. Okay, take the pressure off me. Let me check whether I recorded correctly. So we're entering a new section, and you sort of can demonstrate. Okay, William, aka the bar or 3.14. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I can actually record and stream at the same time. Oh my gosh, that's a pretty good way of making bootcamp. What about okay, I got another idea. What about I register a Twitch account? Okay, so I can like simulcast that to Twitch as well. Okay, I will. Yeah, I don't know the strategy here. Should I like make it like one Twitch account or multiple Twitch accounts for different different fields for different? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not a streamer. I'm actually a lecturer, teacher. Okay, so to be honest, I don't really know how to do that. But yeah. Maybe. Okay, I said maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I can do that as well. I'm not sure I can actually do that, but let me just try. Okay, try out a tiny little bit. Okay, I need to log in to the Twitch verification code. Okay, I can put verification. Yep, I can log into my accounts. Okay, but this Twitch account is more about drawing. So I don't want to confuse my audience. Well, yeah, I changed my mind. Maybe I just change the description, say that I am a variety streamer. Okay, I'm going to say that I will stream this channel is mainly a behind the scenes stream of how I made my coding as well as digital arts bootcamp. Also, I'm a variety streamer. I can speak multiple language, English, Japanese, and Chinese. And yeah, during the recording, I can't reply to you, but after the recording, sorry, in between the recording, I will read the chat and we can hang out. Yeah, something like that. And then I'm going to, okay, I want, because I'm not native speaker, so every time I type something, I'm also ask say ChatGPT or some AI to like proofread it for me. Okay, I will record at most 1 hour, and then yeah, it's too late. Yeah, I have to put my kids to bed, talking, and then start doing a little bit. Yeah, it's been pretty hard for me to actually get this working. Yeah, so I'm going to change the bio. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I am going to delete some of the. Okay, I'm right now like changing the Twitch as well, and see whether I can hold the YouTube stream like not disconnected, but also add a little bit stream on Twitch. Okay, so yeah, a little bit ambitious. Yeah, so digital arts. I'm going to add a little bit about my OS. Okay, I need to get the link down to the Twitch. So. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, it's still 5. So, what about? Where is it? Yeah, here. And yeah, here. So copy, and I'm going to place it here. Link. Okay, last one. OS art, and then there's like a game dev bootcamp. I'm going to let me get here. Okay, game dev. Yeah, recently I changed the engine to from Unity mainly. Is the engine I mainly use, and then to Godot because of Unity's changes. Yeah, Unity do change a lot of things, and I'm not too happy about their apology. And so, you know what? I changed the current project as well as my future project to open source engine. So yeah. Okay, so stream, I believe I can get here, and my stream manager, collaborate stream manager. Okay, what's the title of the stream, by the way? Okay, I am making Swift UI Bootcamp. That's very straightforward title. Okay, so yeah, I'm making a Swift UI Bootcamp behind the scene. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, I'm going to just copy and paste. Okay, not arts. What about coding? Coding day. Making games. Okay, maybe just chat. Arts, digital art, drawing, not that. Coding. Okay, iOS and Swift. Okay, Swift. Yeah. Select. There's no disclosure. Not rerun. Sorry, it's not rerun. Okay, let's get started. Okay. I am going to get the streaming manager stream together reward setting stream. Got the copy here. Okay, I'm going to test it whether I can actually like a similar stream to another view dock. Yeah, custom browsing dock, scene control stat, scene transition. Weird. Should be able to. Well, yeah, it seems that I can't do that. I can't do that right now because of the master audio. Reset UI multi-view window always on top. Step. Yeah, I made a mistake. I can't do that because I need to add a yeah. I need to like download the add-on for OBS. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that's how basically how behind the scene actually works. Yeah, I fail all the time. I always fail all the time. Yeah, you know what? I failed in live as well. So it's been hard. Really, I'm not joking. It's really hard. It's 10 o'clock after full day's work and I have to like go to stream. Think about this. Really hard. Okay, so let's continue. Data type. Yeah, we talk about data type. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, since nobody's here, nobody's chatting, that's a relief. So yeah, I will wait a little bit if you folks want to chat, and if nobody's here, I'm going to continue. Okay. So. Okay, nobody's here. I'm going to continue. A relief. What a relief. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired, and then I'm still not like fully recovered from the cold. I still got like fever a few days. But you know what? Live lesson. Keep yourself hydrated, and that's the most good medicine that I can think of. Drink plenty of water and you will be good as new. Have a plenty of sleep. That's my suggestion. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So we talk about data type, and you can sort of find a lot of information from the arrow code. So if you look here, we get arrow, data type, playground, and all that. Let's just zoom in a little bit. And to be honest, let me make myself a little bit small and to the right side a little bit. Okay? Yeah, that's better. So let's continue. So if you look here, we got the, yeah, first it's like mutable and immutable, right? Let and var to make it mutable. So basically, if you want to change it, you have to make it to var, because variable can be changed. And mutable is just another word for can be changed. Okay? Immutable means it can't be changed. So it's just a fancy way of saying things. We're not worried about that, we're worried about data type. So if you look here, this 3.14 is cannot assign value of type double. So this is a type of double, not the type int. So you can actually find information from this error message, and you know that, oh, the 3 we just assigned is the type int. So int is for integer, okay? And the 3.14 is the double, okay? So it can sort of give you a taste of what the data type is like, why data type matters. Because even though you change this let to var, okay, so let me change that to var, okay, and you print it, and then you change it again. Let me show you. Still cannot assign value double to type int. The pi got no problem at all. So for example, you reassign, say 4, okay, and then you can print. You can even print out the pi. Doesn't really matter, okay. The first time you print 3, let me zoom in a little bit. The first time is print 3, and then you reassign that to 4. Nothing wrong with that, because it's a var. You change the let to var, then you can change, because it's a variable. It's supposed to be changed. It's supposed to handle all the change. But here's the thing. Why we can't change it to 3.14? Okay? That's because this is a double. And because Swift is so smart, okay? And when you first assign, you basically, you skip a lot of things, a lot of information. And this language, this compiler, all this Xcode and all this, they work together, they infer the data type for you. So that's the reason there's no error, there's no warnings, all that. They infer everything for you, and you can just do things directly. So basically, the first time you put 3 inside of this variable box called pi, you already hint this is an integer. And then you change to another data type, that box just won't be able to fix. Okay, that box won't be able to fit that kind of data type. Let me show you how to do that in detail. Okay, so for example, let me just print it out. By the way, I use a command and slash, so you can comment out. It's a developer's way to quickly hide information. So you got like var pi equal to 3. This is kind of saying pi got a data type of integer, and then we assign 3 to the integer box of pi. So basically, this box, not necessarily just a plain box, it got a specific shape. That shape is the data type. Say for example, we got like triangular shape of box, okay? That can only be can only put triangular things inside of triangular box. You got like a rectangular box, you can only be fit rectangular data here. So you can name and stick all this nameless environment name. You can use whatever you want. You can stick to it, but you still use that kind of shape in order to put that inside the box. Okay. So when you first put 3, it's like say in triangular shape, and then the whole computer is very smart. Say, oh, you want to put this triangular shape? I'll give you a triangular box so you can put it inside. Okay. But then you change that to say rectangular box, rectangular thing. You want to put that inside the box as well, but the box is not changing, still like triangular, so it won't fit. As simple as that. So basically, if you want to say declare a more say precise pi, so what I'm going to do is to do something like this. So first, we can of course just print the pi. And what I'm going to do is to declare another pi, okay? you can just declare that directly. So Pi Pro, okay, Pi Pro, something like that. Or if you prefer camel casing, you can just use Pi Pro, okay? Doesn't really matter, okay? And the Pi Pro var, then we can assign to 3.14. And then you know what? You can print out this Pi Pro. As simple as that. Run this. The first time is 3. The second time is 3.14. Okay? Because it's two different boxes. You're printing out two different things inside the two different boxes. As simple as that. But you know what? You can also make it. This is like you can't control things. You sort of rely the computer to infer the data type for you. But in order to write a perfectly controllable code, trust me, if it's like this whole thing got like really complex, and then the computer may not be able to like infer something, and then that's really bad scenario. Okay, it will give you warning, and then the whole program will crash. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, I'm sorry. I will pause the recording a little bit. I'm still too sick to like speak to you a pretty long time. I'm really sorry. Let's continue. So for me, personally, I don't want to lose control. I want to control everything. And that's the reason why if I write this code, I won't write something like this, but rather I will write something like, I want this to be a double. And then I would put this information inside. And then I'm going to print it out. You know what? If you run this, it will give me exact the same result. A 3 and 3.14. But you know what? It's a completely different box. You can't put this 3 inside of the Pi Pro, and you can't put this 3.14 inside of a Pi. As simple as that. Basically, if you want dealing with, say, decimal numbers like 3.14 or something like that, you'd better using something like double. And by the way, you can also use something like a float, which is the fancy way for floating point number. But I think double will like give you most of the data covered. But yeah, things we are just talking about the data type. Let me just give you the full picture. Okay, so of course you can do something like var and pi pro 2. Okay, and you know what? You can just use a float. Really simple. And then you can say 3.14. Yeah, pretty simple. Pi 2, exactly the same result. Yeah, exactly the same result. As simple as that. Yeah, by the way, I also want to add something, because I believe like the double and float, I want to know the precise digits. Double and float. Because yeah, if my memory serves me correct, I believe the double got like more decimal, okay, and float is less precise. That's brilliant. Yeah, yeah, but memory still works. That's good. So yeah, I already drink all the water. Oh my gosh. What about milk? Like I need to like constantly hydrate because I'm still pretty sick. Okay, I want to quickly test the theory. So what about um, I got like really precise pi. I want like put the pi information here, and I want to see whether the float can handle it. I believe the float can't handle it for like a really long. Yeah, it can't handle it unless you put that inside the double, because you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7, 8. Okay, so basically you got like 7 decimal digits of precision, but the double, I believe, will handle it. Okay, that's yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I believe that's very good information. I'm going to add that to. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm going to add that to the bootcamp as well. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired. Yeah, man. My watch just to remind me to take care of me and myself, to get like wind down. So yeah, I may have to like give up streaming today. So yeah. After I finished recording the like difference of a float as well as the double. Yeah, after that I'm going to stop streaming. Okay. Q. Okay. Yeah. After I finish recording the difference, float and double, I will go to sleep. Yeah. Let's do that. Have to push through. Yeah, that's basically my life here. I encounter difficulties, sickness, and I always push through. And when I hit that record button, I bring out the best of my to you folks. Okay, just give me a few seconds to prepare this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You might think, well, 3.14, why got like a double and float? It's just some like a decimal number. Like, you can just use whatever you want. But to be honest, the double and floats can seems pretty similar, but even though you can like use the normal decimal numbers, but you've got like really precising, things can get like really, really different. And to be honest, I used to work in the finance, and there's like a typical finance example of some like risk management because in the banking industry there are like lots of software that can doing all this calculation. And if you think about this, the interest rate that you put inside the bank is like a certain number, a certain decimal point, okay? And this normally is like a 1 year's rate. And if you think about this, 1 year's rate, and you have to divide it by 360. In finance terms, of 360, sometimes you got like 365, doesn't really matter. Or the actual date, doesn't really matter. So basically, there is a division involved. If there are division involved, like every day, the number is a little bit different, okay? Because you got like a lot of decimal, okay? And there is a very typical theft here, because if you talk about this in risk management perspective, if someone made a system can actually change a tiny little bit of that decimal, so every time just pay less to their clients. But if think about it, the whole banking system calculate that and then pay less, they can actually get tons of money. And basically that's how this kind of theft works. And you know what? In order to solve that, you have to use a very, very precise data storage to do that. So yeah, luckily we got the pi here. So the pi, I just copy some of the like really high level precision pi here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Okay, and I'm going to paste it here, so you folks can actually see how many digits that they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, really, really low number. And if you think about this, what about I place it here, as well as place it here, and you run this. Remember, previously like 3.14, it prints precisely, exactly the same. But if you run this and wait a bit, you know what? One can print everything, the other is just stop at 7. Okay? So if you look here, this should be 6. So it got like a 5 here, so you can add a little bit. So it's like a rounded up sort of a scenario. And if you think about this, the float do not have that kind of precision, because float normally is store like 32 bits of data. Float store 32 bits of data. So normally we got like 6 to 7 decimal, okay? Decimal digits. But the double is different. Double is like a, as the name suggests, it's kind of double that. It's kind of like some crazy YouTube video. You want the money or want to double it to the next person, something like that. So it's 32 and then double that to, you know what? I'm going to copy that, paste it here. 64 bits of data. So basically, you can double that to 15 to 17 decimal digits. And think about this, is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, decimal digits. I'm going to add a random thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I believe it will exceed it. So let's think about this. Yeah, you can actually exceed the double, even though the double is like really precise. You got like 9.3 here, okay, and 9.3 here. All this 1, 2, 3, 4 will not be added. So you got like still you got like limits, unless you do something like really crazy. You won't exceed it, but you know what? If you like exceed it, you're going to like change a little bit, use some like a workaround to do that. So yeah, this do require. This is not like a 100% precise mathematics here. Okay, so yeah, that's the difference between double as well as float. And by the way, I think like Swift treat, like if you got like any data, you just default go to double. Yeah, I should recall that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Pretty late. Yeah, it's just some testing stream, and just prove a point that I can actually do that. So tomorrow, I believe the whole daytime working hours, I can actually stream, chat with folks as well as recording at the same time. So yeah, it'll be fun. So I'm still not fully recovered. So yeah, thanks so much for your time. And today nobody come here, which is a huge relief because still I'm like testing things out. So yeah, so thank you so much for your time, and see you tomorrow. Okay. And by the way, I believe because this is like a behind scene, I'm going to you know like make it public for a few weeks, a few days, a few weeks, and then I'm going to like edit it and unlist it. So yeah, bye. Thanks.